All right, we are coming to you from Africa today. I am actually on safari, believe it or not. That's pretty cool, huh? Got the opportunity to come here with my good friend Bob Tierney, and just wanted to kind of start. I'm actually going to film this too on my phone. We're actually at a lodge in the middle of, um, they're called game retreats, I think, where you can come and experience the the wildlife, and you can have some fun. And we've already seen an elephant. We've seen lions. We've seen leopards. Um, but probably the most impactful thing for me thus far, we went to a village where they actually have to pump the water from a well that's, a mile or so away from the village, and it goes into water jugs, and then they have to haul it back to the place. And they were saying when we went there that they build these villages, and they they are nomadic, so they last for about 3 months, and then they have to rebuild everything, and they go to a different part. Um, but it's just interesting to have that perspective, because I think, a lot of times we want to talk about the idea of strange. I think is probably what I'm going to talk about today, because what's strange for us, I think a much better word is probably new. When we get confronted with new ideas, new concepts, new revelations, new perspectives, we tend to call them strange, and I think it puts a bad stigma on our life and our, the lens in which we see things and perceive things. Is when we think something's strange, we, go back to when we're little, and we go to stranger danger. Oh, well, they're strange. I don't want to talk to them. And I really want to start using that word new. Wow, this is something I haven't seen before. Wow, this is something that is new. Wow, this is something that is um, very enlightening, insightful. There's a lot of other words that we can use to, come into contact with something that is, you know, an absorption of knowledge instead of a deflection of knowledge. But to be honest with you, the idea of what these people go through um, was so insightful, because number one, it's really incredible to watch the division in America, and how much people combat each other and get mad at each other. And it happens, I know, in every country, but specifically when you have these first world countries like Canada, America, Germany, you know, uh, England, and we are just complaining about everything, complaining about how we didn't get our food in 1 minute. We're complaining and complaining and complaining and complaining, and we just have no idea what life is, because these people, in my perception of unbelievable poverty. I mean, this is a hut built out of plastic bags, sticks, cow dung, cardboard boxes that they find, and there's, like, I'll actually add some pictures to this so that people can have context. There's no bathrooms. Um, they have a fire inside their hut with no real way to get the smoke out. Like, so much so that the entire inside of this, on the ceiling, it looks like someone painted it. And I couldn't help but think, we spend so much time complaining and getting mad, yet these people seem more happy than most rich people that I know. And it begs the question, what is wealth? And I think wealth is an ability to be present. Wealth is ability to be at the right place at the right time. And again, if you woke up on the right side of the dirt, that's all the time. but an awareness that, life is precious. I mean, an awareness that, I have a baboon literally right over here. We've got monkeys that were coming up to our balcony. We have an oric. Let's see if we can see this. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. And it's just right outside the lodge here that we're staying. We've got warthogs over there. Probably can't see those, but I think I'm going to start a new series. I once was talking to a client, and I said, "What do you want most in life?" And he said, "I just want to be able to be there." But, one second. You guys know how I do my podcast. I don't edit them, so you get some sneezes. But I asked him, I said, what do you want most out of life? And he said, "I just want to be there." But if you ask yourself, when you say the phrase, "be there," I want you to think of what that actually means. It means you want to be somewhere else. And what he was talking about is he wanted to be there for a little one that was on the way. But I think somewhere he knew that he was not going to be able to be there as much as he wanted, therefore he was somewhere else. And he wanted to be somewhere else when he was where his responsibilities where he knew his responsibilities were taking him. And so one of the things that I want you to do is be able to be here. And so ask yourself the question, I'm actually looking at a little monkey. Let's see. Speaking of being here, can you see that little guy? He's right there. They come up and steal food and stuff. So, but the idea is, when's the last time you said to yourself, instead of, "Oh man, I wish I could be there. Wish I could be there for my family. Wish I could be there." What about be here right now? So while I'm in Africa, would I love to be with my wife and my son? Sure. But right now I need to be here. And I need to be 100% here. And to be honest with you, I'm still learning what that feels like because, I think America in capitalism, we tend to, chase the dopamine, the molecule of more. But the thing is, there's something so powerful about being able to be here right now, because we live in an if-then scenario. We're always waiting for tomorrow. And I think that is one of the secrets of life, is be able to be here right now. And when I talked to the chief of this tribe, and we were communicating with these, different interesting stories, and I talked to the chief's son, and just they were 100% present, and unfortunately I hadn't felt that in a really long time. And so that's what this podcast is about today, guys, is just, instead of, "Oh man, I wish I was there. Oh, I want to be there." I want you to be here. Be here right now. So the next time you're looking at your spouse, instead of saying, "Oh, I want to be there. Like, let's go on a honeymoon. Let's go on a a date. Let's go on a this." No. If you need to go on a date, I want you to get up from this podcast right now. You go take your spouse on a date. You go take your significant other on a date. The idea of life is to live it, and you have to live from the present. It's almost impossible to launch your future launch your future from the future. You have to launch your future from right now. So that's what I challenge you to do. I'm going to, go be more present with, what we've got going on. I'm literally in the middle of Africa, and we're going to go on another safari tonight. But I want you to learn how to be here. So the next time your kids, pulling on you, trying to get you to do something, we can go there in a bit. What would it be like if you were actually in every moment that you lived? You'd have more memories. You'd have more passion, more belief. And I think that you would find what is driving you just a little bit better. Because we're always planning, we're always scheming, there's always an agenda, we're always trying to figure this out and build an empire and build a this, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we forget about the present, we forget about the here and now. And I think that the real power of humans that figure it all out are, how can you be present? How can you be here? How can you be right now? So, with that being said, I want you guys to ask yourself that one little question. Can I be here right now? Every time you say, oh, I wish I was there, or I'll try to be there. No. I'm here right now. Let me make the decision. I'm going to let you know. So, and the next time that you want something out of life, I guarantee you, your significant other, when they're asking you to be there, they're really asking you, will you be here for me right now? Because by the time you're getting those signals, it's probably too late. Same thing with spouses. If they say, I need you to be there for me, if they're saying that, it's probably too late. They're needing you here right now. So, spend some more time living instead of planning to live. And I think you're going to find that this life really has very little to do with money. Money is what you do with it and how you can help people. So if you're planning on making money, go do something incredible with it. But live your life. Be here right now. Tomorrow's not promised. So you might as well really love the day that God gave you. So with that being said, thank you for listening to the Final Percent Podcast.
It's the final percent. The final percent.